B1-B English Podcast.
Hello and welcome to MBE English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Kevin. Thanks for being here.
Today's episode is an advanced listening practice conversation about gaming and online communities. Not just playing games, but how people connect, communicate, and build friendships online.
We'll talk about teamwork, competition, streaming culture, toxicity versus support, and the trade-offs between fun, time, and well-being.
Let's dive in. So, Kevin, when people say gaming, some imagine someone alone in a dark room. But online games today are often social.
Exactly. For many players, the game is the place where they meet friends, talk after work, and feel part of a group.
And it's not only inside the game. There are communities on Discord, Reddit, YouTube, Twitch, and many other platforms.
Yes, you can join a server, find teammates, share clips, ask questions, or simply hang out. It can feel like a digital neighborhood.
Let's start with a basic question. What makes an online gaming community feel good?
For me, it's respect and shared goals. If people communicate clearly, support beginners, and keep a calm attitude, the experience becomes enjoyable.
Communication is really central. And it's interesting because you're talking with strangers, often from different countries.
Which means language, humor, and social rules can be different. Misunderstandings happen easily.
I've noticed that. Sometimes a joke in one culture sounds rude in another.
Right. And voice chat can make it more intense. When you hear someone's tone, you react faster sometimes to fast.
Let's talk about voice chat. Many people love it because teamwork improves, but others avoid it because of toxicity.
True. Voice chat can be helpful when everyone uses it well. Callouts, planning, warnings, encouragement. But it can also turn into insults, shouting, or blame.
Why do you think that happens?
A big reason is anonymity. People feel less responsible when their real name and face are hidden. They say things they would never say in person.
Also, the pressure of ranked games can make people angry.
Exactly. In competitive modes, players care about points, ranks, and win streaks. One mistake can feel like a personal attack.
And some players treat teammates like tools, not humans.
Yes, they forget there's a real person behind the screen, someone with a bad day, slow internet, or less experience.
That's why moderation and community guidelines matter. When a game has strong rules and real consequences, behavior can improve.
Agreed, but moderation is hard at scale. Millions of players, many languages, and new slang every week.
True. Still, some games do it better than others. Report systems, chat filters, timeouts, bans.
And also positive systems, endorsements, reputation scores, rewards for helpful behavior.
Those are interesting. It's like the game encourages kindness with small benefits.
Exactly. And small benefits can shape habits over time.
Another thing I find surprising is how much gaming can teach social skills.
Definitely. Team games require coordination. Who does what, when to push, when to retreat, how to share resources.
And if you want to improve, you need to accept feedback.
Yes, but there's a difference between helpful feedback and toxic criticism.
How would you describe that difference?
Helpful feedback is specific and calm. For example, next time, we can watch the left side together, or let's save our ultimates for the next fight. Toxic criticism is personal. You're terrible, uninstall, you ruined everything.
The second type doesn't teach anything. It only creates stress.
Exactly. And stress makes people play worse, which then creates more anger. It's a cycle.
So good community culture breaks that cycle. People focus on solutions.
Yes. One great phrase is, "We can still win." That simple line changes the mood.
It reminds people there's still time, still options.
And it turns the match into a problem-solving exercise, not a blame contest.
Let's move to streaming. Gaming communities today are shaped by streamers and content creators.
Absolutely. Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok clips can influence what games become popular, what strategies people use, and even what words people say.
It's interesting how a streamer can create trends overnight.
Yes, a new build, a new character pick, a challenge, a funny phrase, suddenly everyone copies it.
This can be positive. Streamers teach skills, create entertainment, and bring people together.
But it can also create problems. Some viewers treat streamers like perfect role models, and they copy toxic behavior too.
That's true. If a streamer screams, insults others, or blames teammates, some fans think that's normal.
Exactly. The community's tone can shift based on what is rewarded with views and laughs.
Another issue is comparison. People watch high-level gameplay and feel bad about their own skills.
That can hurt confidence. They might think, I'm terrible, when actually they're normal for their level.
It's like watching professional athletes and expecting yourself to play the same way.
Right. It's entertainment, but it also sets expectations.
On the positive side, online communities can create real friendships.
Yes, some people meet their best friends through games. They talk daily, support each other, and even meet in real life later.
I've heard stories of people finding a sense of belonging, especially if they feel lonely offline.
Exactly. For someone who moved to a new city or someone who struggles socially, a friendly guild or clan can be a safe space.
But that also brings a trade-off: time.
Definitely. Communities can feel like a second life. There's always a new match, a new event, a new message. It can pull you in for hours.
So how do you keep balance?
I think you need boundaries, like choosing specific times to play and having non-gaming days.
And maybe turning off notifications?
Yes, notifications create urgency. You feel like you must respond or you'll miss something.
That's similar to social media.
Exactly. Gaming communities are social networks too, just with gameplay attached.
We should talk honestly about toxicity because it's a real part of online spaces.
Yes, and it affects different groups differently. Some people receive more harassment based on accent, gender, or skill level.
That's why many players avoid voice chat.
Or they use private servers, friend-only lobbies, or communities with strict rules.
What advice would you give to someone who experiences harassment?
First, don't engage. Toxic people often want a reaction. Second, mute and report. Third, protect your privacy. Don't share personal info, and be careful with usernames.
Also, choose your community carefully. Not every group is the same.
Exactly. Look for communities that value respect, have active moderators, and welcome beginners.
Sometimes a smaller community is healthier than a huge one.
Yes, because people recognize each other and behavior is more accountable.
Let's talk about money in gaming. Games used to be buy once and play. Now many games have microtransactions, battle passes, skins.
True, and communities react strongly to monetization. Some people enjoy cosmetics, others feel manipulated.
Why do you think it's so controversial?
Because it can turn fun into pressure. Limited time skins create urgency. Battle passes create a grind. Play now or you lose rewards.
That creates fear of missing out.
Exactly. And some games use loot boxes or random rewards, which can feel like gambling.
That's a serious concern.
Yes, and it hits younger players too. That's why many countries and platforms have rules or warnings.
Another element is status. Skins can be social signals inside the community.
Right. People notice rare items. It can create pride, but also jealousy or pressure.
So the healthy approach is intentional spending. Decide a budget for entertainment and don't chase every limited time item.
Exactly. Also ask, am I paying for fun or paying because I feel anxious?
That question is powerful. Another positive part of gaming communities is learning. People make guides, wikis, tutorials.
Yes, communities often create knowledge faster than official manuals.
Players test strategies, share results, explain mechanics.
And some people learn skills that transfer to real life: teamwork, leadership, communication, planning.
Even Suglish practice for non-native speakers.
Totally. Many players improve vocabulary through games, directions, timing, strategy words.
Plus, some communities are creative, modding, fan art, music, roleplay.
Mods are amazing. People build new maps, new characters, even new stories.
That can extend a game's life for years.
Exactly. And it creates a community identity. We are the people who make this game bigger.
Let's talk about well-being. Gaming can reduce stress, but it can also cause stress.
It depends on how you play and why you play. If you play to relax, it can be calming. If you play only to win and prove yourself, it can become exhausting.
Also, sleep is affected. Many people play late at night and then feel tired the next day.
Yes, one more match is the famous trap.
So what helps?
Setting a stopping rule, like I stop after 2 matches or I stop at 11 p.m. and then you follow it.
Easier said than done.
True, but you can make it easier by ending on a clear moment. For example, stop after a completed mission, not in the middle of something.
That's like reading a book. Stop at the end of a chapter.
Exactly.
Another tip is mixing game types. If competitive games make you angry, balance them with calm games, puzzles, story games, cozy games.
Great point. Not every game needs intense competition.
Let's do a quick role play. 2 versions, bad communication and good communication.
Okay, I'll start with the bad one.
Go.
What are you doing? You're useless. Stop feeding. We lost because of you.
That feels terrible. Now the good version.
No worries. Let's reset. Next time we can group up and watch the flank. I'll call targets and we'll play slower.
That's so much better. It gives a plan and reduces shame.
Exactly. And it increases the chance of a comeback.
Communities grow healthier when players choose the second style.
So gaming and online communities are complicated. They can offer friendship, learning, and fun, but they can also include pressure, toxicity, and time drain.
The key is intentional participation. Choose games that fit your life. Choose communities that match your values, and protect your mental space.
And remember, you can leave a community. You're not trapped. If it makes you unhappy, it's okay to step away.
Great point. You control your environment more than you think.
For listeners, a fun question. What's your best online gaming experience? A friend you met, a team moment, a funny story?
And also, what's one boundary you can set to keep gaming healthy?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Now let's wrap up with a quick listening tip.
Today we discussed gaming as a social space, how online communities can create belonging, skills, and friendships, but also how problems like toxicity and pressure can show up.
For listening practice, replay this episode and focus on linking phrases like which brings us to. On the positive side, the trade-off is, and in other words.
Also notice community vocabulary such as matchmaking, voice chat, moderation, ranked games, and guidelines.
Thanks for listening to MBEing's podcasts. Subscribe for more advanced English listening practice. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.